Hey, what is going on, Lego builders? Welcome back to Too Much Bricks. This is Kyle, and today is a look at the Kylo Ren Shuttle, the Lego Star Wars set from the new Rise of Skywalker movie. It comes with 6 minifigures, 1,005 pieces, and is ages 10 and up, set 75256, and retails for around maybe $100 to maybe even $150 in the US. And it's a pretty interesting and detailed set, so let's take a look at the set and then we'll dive into the minifigs. So the ship itself... Wait a second. That's better. The ship itself is very detailed. I like the overall shape of it, and I think they did a good job with this build and how they approached it. I think it is accurate to where we saw it. There's not really a spoiler, but I have seen The Rise of Skywalker, and I don't actually recall seeing this ship in the movie. Maybe it made a brief appearance, but I know that the only ship we saw was his new kind of TIE fighter. But leave down in the comment section down below those of you who have seen it, if it was in the movie, because I don't really remember that. But just giving you another 360. As you can see, they have the nice thick big large wings that go to a point, and you can see there's this little indent here, and I'll show you that in a minute. You have these little assembly builds here using the gunmetal gray lightsaber bits to represent blasters or actual guns, and then you would have the ones that you can actually fire off in here, and my pointer is actually one of those that you load inside there. Just have the vent pieces there, and I'm glad they did that. It's small, doesn't really give a lot of detail, but it takes away from like just all black, and like, you know, that's one of the things you notice there, and I like the subtlety to that. You have these over here, which again I will show you, that has something to do with the top. So you have these two boosters on the back. It's pretty nice. You do also have this crate in here, and as far as I know, they don't actually have you put anything in this, but it is removable. If you would like, you have these little assemblies on the back here for some more detail, and maybe more boosters up here. You have these little axles on the back, which will actually fire off your spring-loaded shooters. So, trying not to lose it forever, you would just push in those, and I didn't even see that in camera. I don't know if you guys got that, but it fires them off, and they do give you an extra, and I will show you that in a sec. Spinning around to the front, you have this little design with these red transparent bricks to represent the actual windows or glass in the ship, and you can actually lift up the entire front or cockpit. I'll give you a closer look at that. So that's the inside of the capsule or cockpit, and even though it is pretty small compared to what we've got, I know that this is a little below scale as we saw in the movie, because a lot more people could fit in here, but the seats are designed for 3, and you got some control panels there. You got a little clip there, and that is designed to hold your extra spring-loaded shooter. And spinning this around, there's a better look at that front control panel. So closing that up, as you can see, you got some nice detailing on the top and continuing into the back using some skis or ice skates colored in black in the very back there, the front of a car that's been used for a grill, and then you have these little, I don't know what you call them, maybe mirror pieces, just using those one little anti-stud with the little bit of pole coming out of the end of them, and you can see this is the actual height of the wings. These I do have it condensed, and I'll show you how that works. Alright, so I'm going to spin the whole thing around for you. And as I said, you have these over here. So what you're going to want to do is, as you can see, these are condensed down. You can do it with your hand, but Lego actually in the instruction manuals points out and has you made these so you don't have to do it with your hands. You would just spin these this way, like this. They're going to come out like that in symmetry. And then you're going to push them back up like that, and these actually can snap in. You can see this ball joint into that clip right there. Make sure that's locked in, and they do that because this gives it a little bit of stability. As you can see, you can still push it out a little bit, but it won't completely collapse. So spinning it around, that's what that looks like, and that's actually what they have. I'm just going to pick the camera up. For the length of the wings of this ship is pretty immaculate. So nice and long. I'll show you the inside of it right there on that side, and it's nothing really fancy. You do have a couple of red studs there. Aside from that, that's all you're gonna get by lifting this up. And now what you can actually do is you can fold these wings down. Now, that was something that we didn't have with the older one of this, and I do not have it to compare because the older one didn't really stick out to me. I didn't like it in the dark gray, and I didn't like the fact that the wings couldn't fold down. But now with this one redone in black, and that these wings can actually fold down, I definitely got because I think that stuck out to me better than the last one. As you can see, I just folded the wings down to be accurate, and I did point out these two boosters here. This one over here actually controls these two, and this one they just have loosely there. That one doesn't do anything, but the idea is you're going to turn this, and that will actually, without you having to manually with your hand push them down. But the weight of these, gravity just lets go, so picking it up, they're just gonna naturally fall down. But you build them sturdy, and it's pretty strong, so it's not like they're just gonna completely fall off there. But you don't really need that mechanism if you grab it right here. They're just, as I said, gravity's just gonna take it down and fold it down. But it does stay nicely like this. And to recondense, you just unlock these, and then you would do, instead of pushing this way, you would push this way, and they would come down similar, just like before. And yeah, overall, I would give this a 10 out of a 10 because I love it in the black. I got no complaints about it. I think the wings work great, and the mechanism, I think it's greatly detailed. And now let's move on to the minifigs. So first up is Kylo Ren, because this is his shuttle, and I really like the look of this fig. We've gotten this design and mold of the helmet before in some other sets with Kylo Ren, but so I'll show you the difference with that. First, I do want to point out his lightsaber. This is the exact same lightsaber we've gotten for him in the past, just the cross like T as he has in these new movies. This is just one mold, and then no new lightsaber mold handle wise, and then you just connect those two. Overall, I think it looks nice. I just would have liked to see maybe if they made these little tiny bars separate in a new mold for the lightsaber piece, and you could stick those in so it looks like it's coming out, because the actual blade itself, it comes out of the handles, these two. It doesn't just come out like this. But I think they did good, and I'm glad they actually tried it. I think it looks nice. It is that transparent, I don't know if you could see, regular bar, because up against that, it just looks like a solid red. Moving on to Kylo Ren, I'm going to go ahead and remove his helmet, and we'll take a closer look at that later. I do like the facial expression, kind of like a slash confidence, worried look. Just get the camera to focus here. He's got his scar and also a little beauty mark or freckle there, and I like the look of that. Some detailing around the eyes, some nice padding and robes for what he's wearing. There are no armor or side leg printing. You do have a little bit more continuation of the robes on the legs, the very tip of the legs there, and spinning them around, you can see that he has his mad face. There's a look of the angry face from the front. I did remove the cape to show you that this is not that leathery cape. It is actually the paper-like cape, and I haven't seen this done in a while. I'm glad that they are bringing these back, because they normally were using like the cloth-like capes, but I am glad that they are bringing the paper-like capes back. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Kylo Ren out of there, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you a close-up of the helmet. I'll just let it focus. Now, the new thing about this is obviously the marks and scars in it, the cracks in the mask, as Rey says. You can really see it pop on the back there. You got a lot of them there, and I would have liked to see a little bit more on the front, because none of them really pops on the front, on the top, really. We only got a few up there, and then a little bit on like where the mouthpiece would be. Overall, I like the look. Those who have seen Rise of Skywalker will know what that is. And yeah, so that really completes it for Kylo Ren. I'm going to show you him with everything on one last time. And that's him with his lightsaber, cape, helmet, and everything applied. And overall, definitely a 10 out of 10 figure for me. Next up is one of the Knights of Ren, and again, a lot of people who have seen the Rise of Skywalker movie will understand a couple of these figures before. They do not have names, these Knights of Ren, for some reason. They just are called the Knights of Ren, and we don't actually even hear their names in the movie. Taking the weapon that they have you build for them out of the picture is just this little axe. I'm not really a big fan of the bright red handle. I'm not sure why they did that. But the axe build itself, nothing special, but I guess it's alright. I do like the robes printing all the way continuing down onto the legs and the groin piece there. You still have a lot of great printing on the torso. Dark gray hands, no printing on the arms or again on the side of the legs. But the thing that stuck out to me here is I'm going to take off the hood. The hood is actually the new hood design pieces, and I really like the look of those. I believe we had those used for the Dementors and I think a couple of other Knights of Ren that come in the other Star Wars Rise of Skywalker Lego sets. Got kind of the Grim Reaper skull-like face. I really like the look of that. I think that could definitely be useful for customs. No secondary face. And go ahead and take the cape off. You still got some nice robe detailing on the back. And I'm going to show him with everything he comes with one last time. And there is the Knight of Ren with everything that he came with. I think I really like the look of him. I can't really say if he's movie accurate or not, because I didn't really get a good look at them. The only flaw I have with this, it's not really the figure, it's just that bright red handle. If they could have just done black, I'm not really sure why they went for that. But since this is 2020, new year, trying new things, let me know in the comment section down below if you guys think I should start rating stuff like that, movie accurate, stuff that is based off of movies, as most LEGO stuff is, besides actual the LEGO City stuff. So leave that in the comment section down below, and let's move on to the next couple figures. Next up is the second Knight of Ren, and I'm glad that they included two in this set. This is definitely a good set to get some Knights of Ren, and especially these two that are very interesting to me. Again, the axe they just got, they had a red handle and a black bar piece, and now they have a red bar and the black lightsaber handle. I just can't get past that for some reason. It doesn't look too good. But this is obviously supposed to be a club, as you can see, stacking the studs up on top of each other. And I think it works. I could see what it is. Again, it's just they just used a black pole piece instead of that bright red. It also does come with a thermal detonator. We've gotten these pieces a lot of times before. It's just a closer look at that. Focus. Come on. There we go. And overall, the figure has got some nice printing. Let me just lean him back a little bit more. Move his hands down so the light on there. Got some straps going down here. Looks like another detonator printed on him. And he's got some nice printing on the legs. Continuing down. The helmet looks awesome. I think I really like the look of that. And it is accurate to the movie because I definitely did see this on one of them. This particular type of helmet. I believe this is new. Designed for him, just for the eye hole, and it is a regular black head. There's no secondary face or any printing on that head. Spinning the figure around, you can see he's got some nice silvery gunmetal gray on the back that stands out in the light there. I think you can see it shine there. Yeah, really like the look of that. And I'm going to show him one more time with everything he comes with. That is him with everything that he comes. He did not come with a cape as the previous Knight of Ren, but I think that's okay. And now let's move on to the next figure. Next up is General Pride, and to throw into the mix of the two Knights of Ren, Kylo Ren, and the two troopers that you actually get in this that we'll take a look at in a minute. A General was kind of weird for me. I didn't really understand why they did that. I have seen the movie since. This is a key character. General Pride. I think it does look like him. I like the choice of the hairpiece. He doesn't actually come with a built weapon. It's just one of those classic, small blaster pistols, the original Han Solo one, so I'm going to take that away. No leg printing, sadly, but I do like the actual color that they used for him, which is a gunmetal gray, black belt there, little creases of the uniform, black hands, kind of an angry face, and then I'm going to go ahead and take the hairpiece off again. I do like the choice of hairpiece for that. Spinning the figure around, and then he has a little bit more confident, proud look, and I'll show you that with the hair piece. I think it looks pretty nice, and then just more detail continuing on the back, and I'm going to give you one more look with him with everything on. And that's it for General Pride, and I really liked the look of this figure. I think it was accurate to the movie. And next up for the First Order is a Stormtrooper, and then I'm saving my favorite fig in this whole set for last, so keep watching. Next up is the First Order Stormtrooper, and I was glad to get this in this set. I'll explain with this next figure why I am kind of iffy on if they should have included this guy, but as I said in a couple other reviews, I do love these new helmets. I really like the look and the feel of them. They're very smooth. I know the past Stormtrooper helmets had a couple of creases in them. Just a regular angry clone face used for a lot of Stormtroopers and clones, and he is given a regular black, longer pistol than what General Pride had. We always get those in the Star Wars set. So nice detailing for the armor. I definitely think it's movie accurate. And then there's the back, no secondary face. As we know, all these Clone Trooper ads are the same. So I'm putting the helmet back on. Gonna give him his blaster. I really do like the inclusion of this figure. And finally, on to my favorite. Now, the reason at the General Pride fig that I said last for the First Order is because this Stormtrooper is the only First Order guy in this whole entire set. Those who have seen the movie will understand, because Kylo Ren kind of, well, he's kind of iffy if you consider him First Order. General Pride, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but if you've seen the movie, no, he is not First Order. Neither are the Knights of Ren, and neither is my favorite fig, which is this Sith Trooper. I think he looks epic. Taking his weapon away, it's just a black, this is a trank gun we got in the Jurassic World sets with a red lightsaber handle. And although I criticized the ones used for the Knights of Ren, I actually can get past this because it kind of matches the uniform that he wears. Now, I love these guys in the movie, and I love them in Lego. Taking the helmet off, it is still another angry clone face. The only thing different about this, obviously, is it's colored in red. You have a red. It has a little bit more detail and a little design for the face, and this other black stripe coming down the middle. But the shape of that, I just really like that. Obviously, there is a little bit of difference in the design of the armor. It's not just like a Stormtrooper recolored in red. The legs are kind of the same, not really. But, you know, it's got some nice printing for the armor there and spinning them around. Just more continuation of that. And yeah, so that really completes it for the Sith Trooper. Go ahead and spin him around and give you one last look. Now, going back to what I was saying about the inclusion of the Stormtrooper, I would have liked to see 2 Sith Troopers instead of this Stormtrooper that they included. That's how much I really like them, and I think other people will like them too. There is a cheap way to get a lot of them in the Sith Trooper Battle Pack, but I just think that 2 Sith Troopers in this set would have made it sold just a little bit better, because really, with how good the ship was and how good the minifigs, I think, and what important minifigs that you get in this set, it already sold great, but just I think the inclusion of 2 Sith Troopers would have been great. But I do love this figure, definitely a 10 out of 10. I got no flaws for this guy. And now let's go back to the regular studio, show you everything together, and wrap up this vid. And yeah, so that really completes it for this look at the Kylo Ren shuttle. I had gotten this set a while ago, and I've always said that I wanted to get a review out, but it just took so long. I had a lot of reviews that I wanted to get out. The endgame updates that I got out, the remodeling videos, getting ready for school starting up again. As I said at the time of the recording of this video, it is January 5th, Sunday, January 5th. And uploads will resume to their regular schedule, which is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So the next videos will be at the time, as I said, of the recording of this video, the next weekend. So stay tuned for those. The reason I'm saying that is because my Christmas break is coming to an end and my school is starting up again. So uploads will resume to their old schedule. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave down in the comment section down below again if you think I should rate sets that are from movies as movie accurate from now on. I haven't been doing that. I always wanted to do that anytime I would do a set review, but I just didn't know if you guys will like it. But since new year, trying new things, so definitely let me know. If you guys are looking for parts or exchanging old figs or getting retired sets, definitely go check out my friend Clint, who owns Providence Brick Exchange, located in Smithfield, Rhode Island. Great guy, great Legos and sets and parts, and great prices. So definitely go check him out. I'll leave something for him in the description, and jump over to Anthony, my cousin from Anthony the Lego Man. Subscribe to his channel because he gives you great content. And thank you guys for watching. And while you're at it, subscribe, drop a like if you haven't. Remember, you can never have too much bricks. Keep building, and I'll see you in the next videos. Bye for now.